Is Ragnar Prime coming to Rise of Kingdoms? Well, this picture is from a meetup in China that happened, I'm not exactly sure when. I saw this picture on Facebook. I downloaded it immediately as I was like, okay, let's figure out what's going on here. The dude looks a lot like Ragnar, but when we translate this using Google Lens, it says Ragnar Lodbrok, which is hard to believe. We already have Ragnar, so is this just Ragnar Prime coming to the game? The first time ever we've got a legendary with a Prime version that is, I mean, is it legendary or mythic? Are we going to get a new tier? I don't know. The nomenclature now deeply confuses me, but I will say this, okay? If you look at the way Ragnar is written here, okay, in Chinese, and how it is in game, like, it's the same characters. So presumably it's Ragnar Lodbrok, and if they're putting him out here again, it's got to be Ragnar Prime because it says brand new commander. Now, this is really confusing to me. And the reason this is deeply confusing to me is that in the anniversary live stream, and don't worry, we'll go over the skills in just a minute. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you are subscribed, you know we've got timestamps, so you can just jump ahead to the skills if you want. But the reason this is confusing to me is that very recently the developers did their anniversary live stream. It was a banger. Hope that you guys attended it. But what they said in that live stream is they're going to have sort of like the battle for the king of all Britain. And they showed this bridge fight, okay? And to me, it was beyond obvious. The one and only contender, if you watch the Viking TV show, for that commander had to be Canute. It's like, no questions asked. Canute, he's a baller, absolute badass. That's who we're getting, okay? But technically, historically, it was his father, King Forkbeard, who led that invasion. In the TV show, it was portrayed as Canute who led the invasion. So Forkbeard, I'd have accepted. But the one guy who I don't even think was at that fight was Ragnar Lodbrok, right? He wasn't even there, was he? I think. Am I crazy? I think Harold Sigurdsson was there. So anyways, I'm confused. I'm beyond confused. I'm confused because is this Ragnar Prime? And I'm confused because I thought we were getting like this historical thing, but wait. I mean, I got to go do more reading in the history. Maybe he was there. I thought that was like a completely different time. Whatever. Here we are. Okay. So let's review the skills here, which, by the way, you might be like, wait. Mobility, versatility, skill. What's that? I feel like there's an image issue here where like they're showing the mobility icon, but the text underneath it says infantry. Like, I'll put a picture on screen. Okay. This is what infantry is in game. And this is what they have in this picture. So I don't know what to tell you on that one. We can zoom in to these skills here. The active skill, Crow's String Song. I mean, who knows what the exact name is? Why am I saying the name? What does it generally do? Because the translation's probably not perfect, but Google Lens is an amazing tool, right? Causes direct damage to up to 3 enemy troops with a fan-shaped area. For each enemy troop, the damage received is reduced by 15%. Causes the target troop to receive continuous additional damage. Cool. Weirdness here is that this might be infantry that doesn't do smite damage, but it's doing skill damage. But hey, AoE damage, and your boy Cheese is in for it. Honestly, anytime there's single target damage, it's like, ooh, will this be open field viable? But hey, AoE damage, good. From there, the defense of infantry units is increased, and their driving speed is increased. So we're actually getting vehicles that you can drive. Okay, I love the translation here is driving speed increase. That's actually amazing. So march speed and defense. Great. And you need to have all infantry for that. And, oh, wait. When leading, no, you don't need infantry for that. But for this next part, when leading only infantry, the damage received from normal attacks is reduced. Ordinary attacks, they're normal attacks. Okay. The next one, when you are a field troop, when you perform a basic attack or are attacked with a basic attack, there's a chance you will take away the opponent's attack power and march speed for a period of time. Seems fine. Okay, that's not too exciting. I wonder how much attack percent it is. I assume it's attack percent and not like all damage, but okay. People that hit you they're going to have march speed reduced as well. And what is interesting here is I don't know if they're going to have an internal cooldown on this. If there's no internal cooldown, this gets a lot more interesting, but it's still like, I mean, if you're getting swarmed, you're dead, right? Like, you are just dead. And then I love that this guy's head, top of his head, is in the picture, but whatever. Still a great picture. This picture is perfect. Odin's bench. That probably isn't translated correctly, right? When you are a field unit, reduced skill damage received, and when your rage is above a certain amount, the skill damage caused by this unit will be increased for the next few seconds. So you boost your own skill damage dealt. So I am confused, but it does say the skill tree up here. So a new skill damage infantry commander. Of course, we're not done. The expertise enhances the active skill. I mean, I assume, by the way, it's just the amount of damage. Okay, because it doesn't say anything else, I think, that's different from what we had before in the active skill, which to me would signal it's just enhancing the damage that you're dealing. So a lot of questions here. First of all, where are we getting this commander? How are they showing up in game? How do you get their sculptures? Why release a prime for a legendary commander we already have? Is he tied only to the specific KVK story? If you want the answer to these questions and more, consider subscribing, because I will go and get the answers for you. That it is going to take me a minute. But when I woke up this morning, I was like, you know what I need to do? As soon as I saw this image, I was like, I need to record the video right away. Right away. Which is a little bit of the weirdness of information being released in meetups that isn't also released other places. I don't know if you saw this, but recently I became a super creator, which is pretty cool. So Supercell has knighted me as a super creator, which is really, really awesome. So you can use code Chisgule in any Supercell game. I cover Squad Busters on my other channel, which is really the genesis of that. I have almost 40,000 subscribers over there. But the point that I'm trying to make is that the sort of approaches for the release of information are definitely, I think, different with the way the two organizations work. But without going off the deep end on that one, I'll just point out that, hey, here we are. There's this information. I'd love to tell you more about it. I assume soon I will be able to. And if you actually attended this meetup, please message me, please. I would love to have more complete information here to share with you today. And as soon as I do have that video to follow, or maybe I'll cover it in a live stream because I have the egg event to do. And that's what I was planning to do today. Just stream the egg event because, you know, I got to get those legendaries refined. They don't refine themselves. Got to spend the gems. Or you could just watch me spending gems traveling. Card over here if you want to see me spend my gems. Alternatively, if you want to compare to the original Ragnar and review his kit, which does all this normal attack damage, which actually kind of has a low-key smite synergy. He's, I think, a leadership commander, right? I'll have a card in the end screen for that as well. You will be surprised what the original Ragnar does. Ragnar Prime? Question mark? Head scratcher. You tell me. Leave a comment.